The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he may take Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Nobody on the highway but window shoppers. Fill up your trunk with beans, mister? Dozen sacks make a nice even load.
No, one sack will be plenty.
Well, now, look, these is quality beans, see?
Yeah, they look mighty good, all right.
If you used to buy them in the market in town, it'd cost you 3 times as much.
I don't doubt that, but all I can use is one sack.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 6 sacks for $5. There's a free sack in there.
What would I do with 6 sacks of beans?
Well, you got friends, ain't you? Relatives. Makes a nice gift this time of year.
Yeah, I suppose I could give them away. Tell you what, I'll give you $4 for 6 sacks.
$4.75.
$4.25.
Well. Hey, that front tire's a little low, ain't it?
Yeah, I know. I got a leaky valve.
Yeah. This a brand new pickup, is it?
No, 55.
It's a deal. 6 sacks for $4.55.
All right, let's throw them in the back. Say, that's a pretty fair price for good beans.
Well, I tell you, the whole bean market went right down the drain this year. There we was, the biggest gall-darn crop we ever laid in.
Close the store and come running.
What are you talking about?
It's the man from the bank. He's here about lending you the money. He and Luke are in the barn.
Oh, God darn it. Luke can't handle that bank, man. I best be getting right over there. You tend store, little Luke. You sell a lot of beans, I'll give you a reward.
Like what?
Like a free sack of beans.
That's what I've always wanted. Here it is. It's all here. Shows where we spend every penny. Here's the living expenses, and here's maintenance for the car and tractor and things like that. And this is what it costs to put in our crop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll require at least $1,500, all right?
Well, sorry I kept you waiting, young fella. Look, you should have told me as soon as you found out the man was coming. If this place could burn down, nobody'd never tell me nothing about it.
Mr. McCutcheon, this is my grandpa. Delighted.
That's all right.
Mrs. McCoy, what's this item?
Well...
Real
all right,
good.
Kate,
Now,
take your book and go in the house now. Money talks, man talks.
Oh, but Grandpa, Mr. McCutcheon was wanting to see these figures.
That's all right, Katie girl. I'll give him the figures. You go in the house. I wouldn't want to keep you away from your housework. You see, Mr. McCutcheon, Katie's got a lot of
Sakes, don't let Grandpa mess things up.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try.
Well, now, as long as you want to look at the farm, we might as well see it from the ground up.
We're all mighty good layers, Mr. McCutcheon. We got
17 leggings, 20 reds, and a couple of Plymouth Rocks.
I see.
Hey, you got that road down on your chicken page?
And that's all you have in here?
Well, we got a dog, but he ain't laid an egg since we got him.
Hasn't laid an egg since we had him.
Gee, I'm getting too moved. Now, just watch this. Mr. McCutcheon, why don't you look at some of these layers here? You'll find that the hardest working girls in the county. Relax now, Henrietta. It's Grandpa.
Holy jumping catfish.
7 eggs?
7 eggs?
Yeah, and she's one of the laziest hens in the county. Hey, you take a look at Sylvia there, the second one from the end.
7 eggs under one hen. Grandpa, how could you?
Well, I only put them under there to make them more comfortable. Now you come along, son. I'll show you some of my mechanical equipment.
Oh, Mr. McCutcheon, you'll have to excuse my grandpa.
exaggerates a little once in a while.
I understand. My grandfather used to live with us, too. They're a breed all their own, but they mean well. Anyway, I think I've seen all I need to see, Luke. Suppose you stop in the bank tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock? Well, that'll be fine. Fine. Let's go tell Grandpa.
Goodbye, little Luke.
Morning, Grandpa. You certainly are dressed up this morning.
Well, I have to get dressed up and look my best when I go bank calling.
Morning.
Oh, morning.
Oh, what are you all slicked up for? You can't clean out the pigsty in them clothes. The hogs will think it's Sunday.
Well, I'm going to the bank with you.
What for? I can handle it myself. All I do is make my mark on a piece of paper and take the money and bring it home. You don't need to go.
Well, Grandpa, I think maybe I ought to go with you. Be a good experience for me.
Yeah, Grandpa, I think Luke ought to go, too. Besides, something may need reading, and you wouldn't understand it.
I say no. There's a lot of work to be done around here. And besides, banking is done by the head of the house. I don't want to hear no more about it.
Well, what a waste of time. I get my hair all slicked down, I shave extra close, I sprinkle on all this toilet water. And what for? To be with a bunch of hogs.
Can't waste it, son. They love you for it.
Here we are. Luke McCoy. By the way, where is he?
Where's who?
Luke.
Oh, he's home swilling the hogs.
Swilling the hogs.
Why, sure, it's a whole lot more important that he stay home and do his chores instead of riding into town with me and getting in the way of business dealings.
Getting away? Why, yesterday I thought...
Why, sure. I meant to tell you, say about yesterday. Now, I hope he didn't mess up things. Luke's a good boy, but he just don't understand about money matters and such.
Well, Luke impressed me as being pretty bright.
Oh, bright! You bet your life he's bright. He's bright as a dollar. That's because I brought him along slow, you see, and sort of learned him everything I know.
You're teaching him?
Sure. And then when someday old Gabe blows the horn, why, I'll just leave the farm to Luke, just like my Uncle Ben done left it to me, you see.
Well, I was under the impression it was Luke's farm.
Luke's farm? Oh, Mr. McCutcheon. Just imagine you thinking Luke, a boy like him, could get a hold of such valuable property, and at his age. You say, now, if you just tell me where to make my mark and give me the money, I'll go running along home.
Mr. McCoy, I'm afraid I'm going to have to refuse you this loan.
You know, I don't like to be away so long, especially now that the days is getting shorter. Is any of these pens all right?
Mr. McCoy, you didn't hear what I said. I can't give you this loan.
We don't get the money? Oh, Mr. McCutcheon, you're joshing, ain't you? Yeah. No, you ain't joshing.
According to these figures, I'm afraid we just can't see our way clear on it.
Mr. McCutcheon, can figures tell you how good that soil is? Can figures tell you how easy it is to plow a furrow across the field without nicking your plowshares of the rocks? Do them papers show you how sweet the water is comes out of our well? Mr. McCutcheon, you don't see a farm with your heart. You see it with your gall-done fountain pen.
File number 13725. Subject, Luke McCoy, farm loan. Rescind clause 5, including loan. New information indicates Luke McCoy, not owner of farm. Correct owner, not considered good risk.
Maybe we should go see Mr. McCutcheon just one more time. Maybe Grandpa didn't get across to him just how desperate we are for that money.
Now, sugar, babe, Grandpa would horsewhip me if he thought I was sneaking around behind his back.
Well, Luke, Grandpa doesn't have to know. Grandpa can just think we're going into town to go shopping or something.
I don't know, sugar, babe.
Luke, we need that money awful bad.
Well, I would like to talk to Mr. McCutcheon just one more time.
Well, then, let's do it.
All right, sugar. Go get your bonnet on.
Luke and me talked it over at home, and we thought maybe Grandpa said the wrong word or something.
In a way, yes, Mrs. McCoy.
You see, Luke, We thought maybe you got the wrong idea about Grandpa. He is a bit eager at times, and he does exaggerate once in a while, but it's only talk.
Yeah, Grandpa's got more common sense when it comes to farming than any farmer I ever met.
Well, I can only rely on my own judgment, Luke. As a matter of fact, I was going to let you have the loan when I was under the impression that you owned the farm.
That I owned the... Oh, well, in that case, then I guess we better just forget about the loan. I'll own the place someday, but I hope that's a long time from now.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. McCutcheon.
I'm sorry it worked out like this.
Goodbye, Mr. McCutcheon. How's it going? Did you sell many beans?
No, not a thing. Slap jaw.
You come on inside the house. You've been out in this hot sun long enough. I bought some ice cream in town. You too, Peppino.
No, gracias, señora. I have some chili con carne in my room. Ice cream gives me the heartburn.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. Man spends the whole day out there and don't do one lick of business. I'm going back to that bank.
Yeah, Grandpa, look, let's just forget about the bank. We'll think of some other way. Now, come on, sit down and have some ice cream.
You know, Luke, maybe I didn't handle that fella just right. I know what I'll do. This time I'll take some cigars in. Some of them good nickel kind. Maybe he was overheated and scratchy that day in the sun. See, it don't bother us none because we're used to it. But you take a fella like him with bang skin. We'll try it.
Luke, you can't let him go. If Mr. McCutcheon tells him the truth, it'll break his heart. You've got to stop him.
Yeah. Grandpa?
Make it snappy now, son. I gotta give him my town clothes.
Grandpa, when me and Kate was in town, we stopped by the bank and had a little talk with Mr. McCutcheon.
We gave it that one more try you aimed to do.
And, Grandpa, Mr. McCutcheon turned us down once and for all.
He did, huh? Well, I can't understand it. He seemed so friendly there for a spell, especially to you, Luke.
Oh, yeah, he's friendly, all right.
Yeah, to you, maybe. Come to think of it, he asked about you. He said he thought you was real smart.
Well, that's all over with, Grandpa. Look, I think I better go out to the barn and milk them cows.
You know, maybe I should let you do all the talking, Luke. You'd have probably got the money. He thought for a while there that you owned the place.
Them cows, I gotta go to the barn.
Luke. Luke. What did Mr. McCutcheon say to you today?
The milk's going to come running out of them cows' ears if you don't go tend to them.
Luke. Did Mr. McCutcheon tell you he'd give you the money if it weren't for me? It's all right, Luke. It's all right. I know. That's what he said. He probably didn't think an old coyote like me had to know how to run a farm like this in these modern times. That was it, wasn't it, Luke?
Well, McCutcheon doesn't know what he's talking about. You got more farming know-how in your little finger than half the farmers in this valley.
Luke told him so, too.
Kate, get me some paper and writing pen.
What for?
Get it, Kate. So, Cutcheon don't think I can run this place, huh? Well, we'll fix that right now.
Now, Grandpa, he's only doing a job. Don't put anything on paper you're going to be sorry about.
I ain't going to be sorry for it. You write what I tell you, Kate.
Not if it's going to have any cuss words in it. I heard of a man once got put in jail for writing a nasty letter.
You write what I tell you. This here is said by me, Amos McCoy, and put in writing to prove that I'm turning over my farm to my grandson, Luke McCoy.
Grandpa, no. No, that ain't right. I won't take it.
You squint your eyes down the writing size and write what I told you.
But, Grandpa...
You both know doggone well we can't get along without that money. Now, ain't no more to be said. Give it here, Kate. Amos. McCoy. It's done.
Now, Grandpa, this don't change nothing. It's just a piece of paper, just to borrow the money.
Well, there's still work to be done. Guess I better go on out and milk your cows.
My cows.
Well, gentlemen, that puts everything in order. All we need now, Luke, is your signature and the presence of our notary public. Right over here.
Come on, Grandpa.
Huh?
Come on, we're going to go sign the papers.
You're going to sign them. I ain't. You go ahead. You don't need me.
Go ahead and finish that up, Miss Stevens, then leave it on my desk and I'll sign it.
Nice morning, ain't it?
Excuse me for staring at you, but haven't we met before?
My name's Amos McCoy.
Roy Fraser.
Your face is kind of familiar to me, too.
Beans.
I should have known you. You're the only customer I had all week. This way you work, is it?
Yeah. Say, incidentally, my wife told me those are the best cooking beans we ever had.
We sure know how to raise them.
Yes, sir.
You say, I don't want to tell you how to do your business, but I think you missed one over there. How long you been working here?
Oh, 45 years. Oh, I retired 5 years ago, but they asked me to come back.
What you do seems simple enough, but I suppose there is an act to it.
Say, is anyone taking care of you, McCoy?
Yeah, my grandson Luke and Mr. McCutcheon's back there doing a little business.
McCutcheon, eh? Good man. Bright.
Yeah, I guess so. All depends on what side he's on. He might be all right for the banking, figures and all that, but he don't know nothing about farming or farmers. You know, I tried to get a loan. Young Stewart told me I didn't have a business head.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you have. You sure whipped me on that bean deal.
I had to sign over my farm to my grandson Luke. So as to get the loan of the money.
Let me talk to McCutcheon about it.
No, look, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. You might get yourself in trouble. Well, there goes 45 years of dumping cigar butts right out the window.
And you'll let me know as soon as the photostats are ready, won't you, Mel?
McCutcheon,
Yes, Mr. Frazier.
on that McCoy loan.
Yes, sir. I'm finalizing it right now. Oh, this is Mr. McCoy. Luke, it's Mr. Frazier, president of the bank.
Oh, howdy, Your Honor.
Hiya, son. Say, what's all this business about having the old man sign away his farm?
Well, I had no choice in the matter, Mr. Frazier. On the basis of my conversations with him, I didn't feel he was a good risk.
Well, I'll say what I said before, Mr. McCutcheon. I think you're dead wrong.
I have to rely on my impressions. And here was a man who talked in circles, who exaggerated his assets, who kept no books.
That's the way Grandpa does things. I tried to explain that to you.
Now, listen, son. You know, you're going to have to learn to understand men like Amos McCoy. They're not used to making these black and white cut and dried deals. They're horse traders. And you're going to be dealing with a lot of these old-timers while you're here. You come along with me, and I'll show you how to handle a situation like this.
The yapping going on back there. I hope old Gabby didn't queer the deal, did he?
This here's Mr. Frazier. He's the president of this outfit.
That's right. We get an old sharpshooter like you in here, they have to come to me for help.
Well, don't knock Mr. McCutcheon. He's pretty slick.
Nevertheless, I handle the bigger deals. Now then, this is the paper turning your farm over to your grandson. Well, we won't need that anymore.
You won't?
Now, you say you want to borrow some money?
We sure do.
Listen to this, McCutcheon. How much you need?
You make the deal, Grandpa. You're the boss.
My way?
Your way.
How much you need?
At least $2,500.
$2,500.
Highest I can go is $1,500.
Pretty bank you got here.
We like it.
Birch?
Mahogany.
Gotta have at least $2,500.
$1,500.
If we can get the $1,500, maybe we ought to...
Oh! All right. McCutcheon, get Mr. McCoy a glass of water from the cooler.
Yes, Mr. Frazier.
Fancy bank you got here. Drinking bottled water.
Spring water. Hauled in from the mountains in big tank trucks.
Yeah, I've seen them. They haul a gallon or two.
2,000.
It's a deal. Where do I sign?
Right there.
Grandpa, you're some talker.
He's a lot more than that, son. Well, we made a deal, McCutcheon. You make out a check to Amos McCoy for $2,000.
$2,000?
Water won't put no color in your cheeks, son. But you come by the place tomorrow, and I'll give you a free sack of beans.